back to the 70s. I'm going to show you a clip of Andrew Griffiths MP, who's actually a pretty good spokesman for the Tories. He's pretty decent. And he's talking about Labour's Employment Rights Bill and the missteps by Reeves, of course, of which there are many.
Right now, the last thing we need is a 1970s style, I think it's about 200 pages now of closely typed red tape, putting a burden on business, small and large, and deterring people from taking that risk of giving people a job, getting people back into employment, which itself has a cost. It's interesting, again, overnight, we've seen apparently the Treasury is saying, well, we can find some public spending cuts. Well, the irony is, had they started with public spending cuts rather than a spending spree, then we might not be in this position. Pensioners, farmers, businesses wouldn't be facing down the barrel of, I think in just 3 weeks' time now, some of those April tax rises kick in.
And he's right, they're making it easier for trade unions to go on strikes with just 10 days' notice. And they are going to go on strike and take full advantage of it and hold the government to ransom, just as they did in the 70s, bringing the country to its knees. Ironically, of course, it's going to be this Labour government that's going to be brought down by their own trade union backers. Labour also said that they weren't going to cut any public services because they'd ripped and stolen £41 billion worth of tax rises out of the private sector. Well, now Reeves is looking at public sector cuts, including people who are genuinely disabled, by the way, and can't work. Not dossers who are just sat on their arses and can't be bothered to get a job, because some of them might vote Labour. She's going after people that genuinely have disabilities and are incapable of going to work every single day. As Andrew Griffiths said, had they not got this arse about face, and if they'd have started with some spending cuts, instead of hiring, 20,000 new civil servants, then they would have actually been okay and wouldn't have had to make so many drastic tax rises in the budget. But too late now, they've got it the wrong way around and they're in so much financial trouble, they're having to cut public services to the bone, picking on not the public sector workers and voters, but disabled people. These are despicable human beings in this government, willing to sacrifice anybody but their own voters.